Hey, gorgeous soul. Welcome to your February astrology, and it is a big one. We have Pluto, the Lord of Transformation, the big transformer. In its last degree, it's going into a different sign. It's going into Aquarius in March. And right now, we've got the peak of our whole Pluto experience. As well as that, at the end of the month, Saturn is reaching its final degree. And this is huge in astrology because it means all of that energy becomes magnified and magnified and magnified, and it's reaching a peak. So there's a peak of change, and there's a peak of awareness about what and who we want to commit to and what and who restricts us. And it's going to be very deep and very profound. I really do suggest that you don't just look at your sun, you look at your rising, very important, and where Saturn and Pluto are in your chart. If you haven't got your chart, you can get it free on my website, michele.com, and there you'll be able to see where it is. And you're going to know anyway, trust me, which of those positions is affecting you more, because it's big and it's loud and it's final and it's intense. Here's your monthly astrology. Hi, fabulous Gemini. Now, don't forget, February, you've still got Mars in your sign going direct. So make the most of that. You've got real va-va-va-voom, you've got real drive, and you've also got strength and the ability to feel passion for life. So make the most of that. Push yourself on. There's some fabulous opportunities, particularly later on in the month where Mercury is trying that Mars, and you're putting yourself out there and you're opening yourself up to adventure, which is actually, veering off track for a moment, going to be a massive theme for you over the next few years. Massive and amazing and surprising. There are many adventures to come, lots to explore and lots to learn, and you're going to love every second of it, fingers crossed. Now, the full moon on the 5th is having you filled with ideas and wanting to chat and maybe having some kind of conversation that's meant to be. And you're like, this is stimulating my spirit and my soul. You love to talk, you love to communicate, you're very easily bored. And if you haven't got enough of that energy in your life, people that stimulate you, excite you, that you love to chat to, then this full moon is urging you to find them, but will point a silvery light in the direction that you're meant to follow to get there. So there may be a dream, there may be a coincidence, something happening that leads you in the right direction. Now, Mercury, the planet of communication, is joining forces with Pluto, the Lord of Transformation. And don't forget, Pluto is rapidly heading to that 29th degree, which is a peak experience. Now, since 2008, well, really end of 2008, 2009 onwards, you've gone through some massive changes, I would imagine, depending on your age. You were maybe dealt with some very painful endings. There might have been some deaths. There might have been some big shifts of direction. You may have reinvented yourself. There may have been issues to do with power and powerlessness, sex, obsession, transforming yourself in some way, or your life transforming. Perhaps you became very powerful or met someone very powerful. But whatever this energy is, and hopefully you're coming into your power, you've come into your power, we're reaching a peak of that energy. The good news is there will be less change afterwards, or different kinds of change when we get to March. But right now you're thinking about all of these things and experiencing the final lessons of that kind of very strong Pluto vibe that's been there. I do urge you to listen to your rising and find out where your Pluto actually is, to see, which one of those you felt more intensely. But it is big news for you. And actually, it'll be a welcome relief, I think, when it passes. Although I reckon you've gained great strength and great insight and great power since 2009. Now, Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, is trine the moon on Valentine's Day. And it's a time for you to feel not only one-to-one close to people, but also you're enjoying other people's company. There should be a very lively and uplifting vibe for you on that day. And you're like, quite jolly and able to either do whatever, go out and mix with people, or stay in all of it's good for you. You're stretching, you're learning, you're growing, and you're excited about life. Now, the new super moon in Pisces has got you thinking about your reputation, who you are in the world, or your career. And the new moons are about letting go. They're also about manifesting. So what do you need to let go of in terms of your career, your reputation, or how you see yourself out there in the world? And what do you want to create in the next chapter? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to put out there in the world? You deserve it, and it is possible. Go in with that attitude with this new supermoon and visualize your future and what you want to build and what you want to create in those areas. With Mercury trine Mars on the 22nd, you've got a lot to say, and you may be plotting an adventure and you're really determined about it. Or you want to study something and you're really determined about it. And no one can put you off because you're seeing the direction you want to go in and you're on your way. Now, Saturn, interestingly, is saying to you, right, I'm reaching a peak, and I've been trying to teach you about responsibility when it comes to learning and adventure. And you may have felt a bit restrained by that, actually. Actually, we've all been restrained, haven't we, because of circumstances in the world. But you will feel much freer in March and able to feel like you're making your own decisions about what you do and where you go. Interesting times, my darling. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. I've had my psychic company for over 20 years. I've always been exceptionally picky about who I have on my team. My psychics are incredible people. They're all emotionally intelligent. They give a very accurate and specific reading, and they're all beautiful and different in their own right.
So we got our fabulous psychics here.
My psychics go through 5 rigorous tests, including one with me, and then we get to meet.
I love meeting the readers.
And we make a film showcasing their unique skills.
Sharon P. Here, we're doing filming. So are you excited? Just relax, be yourself. Open up your heart.
So if you feel that you're accurate, you're emotionally intelligent, and your heart really wants to empower your clients, then we'd love you to apply and come for a test with us.